The all-new Dacia Duster, only doesn't really look like a Duster. With the same 1.6 litre petrol, 1.5 litre diesel options in either two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, new technology throughout, is this a vehicle which is still not only cheapest in the segment, but also matching all competitors? This is the 2018 Dacia Duster. Now, the previous generation, I've been driving that for a week pretty much now, and I've fallen in love with its quirks, its sturdiness, its reliability. It's like that trusty dog. But most of the elements I didn't like have pretty much all been resolved in this brand new version. Underneath, it's still the ultimately reliable, rugged and versatile Duster, but on the outside it's been completely redesigned. Not a single body panel has been brought over from the previous version. What does this mean? It means that no longer do you have a slightly dated looking Duster, you have a modern looking SUV that could have any badge on the front of it. Starting from the outside, everything, as I say, has been redesigned. It has very striking lines, and generally it looks significantly bigger, but in reality the dimensions are exactly the same as the previous version. It's the trick of the eye. This is a lot more menacing, sporty looking SUV now, but really it's just the same reliable vehicle it was before. Now, for the first time on the Duster as well, as an exterior option, you can have diamond cut alloy wheels, which is really set the exterior looks off. It looks fantastic with that option. The exterior is not where this redesign finishes. Inside has been completely redesigned as well, from the ground up redesigned. So it is just a cabin, but you have loads of space and loads of technology. It's significantly quieter, 50% quieter than the outgoing model. All the little niggly bits that annoyed me when I was in the car, for instance, you want to put your arm up here, slight issue because there's a door locking mechanism there. It's now hidden away, so when you put your arm up, it's all there. Soft touch plastics are more in abundance while they're hard wearing. They're softer to touch. The nav has been positioned 7 degrees in a different direction, so it's more towards the driver. Climate control redesigned, much more user friendly, and all the buttons, like a piano finish buttons, just make it such a better interior. The seats have been entirely redesigned, so as a result, around corners you don't fall out of your seat, and there are cubby holes everywhere. When I say everywhere, I literally mean there are cubby holes everywhere. The interior comfort is as you expect, and as has been on the previous version of Duster, very versatile, very comfortable, reliable and well built. But now it's just more modern. From a driving point of view, this is where I'm really surprised. Now, the previous Duster, as you get used to it, is a relatively easy to throw around vehicle. It's superb off-road. On-road, it's very capable. I wasn't a big fan of the steering, and I've only just found out today that's because it's hydraulic power steering. The new version has electric power steering, which is a significant step up and just makes the car feel entirely different in a really good way. Included in that upgrade of the technology to go with the engine are things like downhill descent for your four-wheel drive models, which was what I felt it was lacking. Now, to anyone watching doubting the off-road credibility of a Duster, I ask you to watch this next scene in great detail, as it will put any doubts that you have to rest. suddenly, when you can't see over the edges, there's now cameras that you can spec in all round, so that really you can. So to summarise, the new Duster has fixed every issue that I had with it and improved beyond it. The drivability is now substantially better, especially with the new electric power steering. But underneath it still was reliable and lovable as it ever was. And considering it's still under £10,000 new for a bottom spec, it's an absolute bargain, considering it can go off-road and do things which a lot of more advanced vehicles, not they can't do, but for a vehicle almost, you know, half the price or less, it can do it. And when you look at the top spec and you look at the Prestige, bearing in mind that as a top spec is over £1,000 cheaper than the previous top spec, when you take that into consideration, you realise the new Dacia Duster is absolute value for money, build quality better than they've ever made. So is this Dacia turning a new leaf with vehicles which will compete and beat their competitors?